What is a friend? Some people have inaccurate views on friends, and so do I actually. My personal belief is that a friend is someone who helps you and supports you, and you support them and help them, and you have a good feelings towards each other. There's no blood between you, and you care about each other. Some people have a deeper interpretation of friends, and I feel like women have this more deeper feeling towards friends than men do. And this is because women's relationships are very more binary than male relationships. For example, a woman has friends and they have enemies. They also have people they don't consider as people or like valuable, or they ignore them. And men generally have a more gradient attitude towards friendships. Like, there's this guy who's my buddy, who's I know at work, or there's this guy who's close to me, like, but I don't tell him about my wife or my girlfriend or anything. And then you have like siblings, and like you have close family members who are, depending on your relationship with them, you're either very close or very distant, or somewhere in between. I feel like women think that their friend is well, I'm not sure if it's true, but I have the impression that women think that their friend is someone you tell everything to, you share your life with, you do everything with, you are so close to each other that you are enmeshed with each other, you know everything about each other. And although that may be accurate of your best friend, I don't think that's an idea like that's a friend. Because in that case, the friend enemy distinction is made based off of not just deep knowledge, but like if someone you go from liking to that close friend to hating that close friend, that person becomes your worst rival and your worst enemy. And that makes things complicated with relationships between women that I've seen so far, because you see best of friends going from close like this to hating each other and like wanting to actually kill each other. Well, if they could kill each other, but that's another matter. The friend enemy distinction is an important thing to realize, because a man can have an enemy and he can respect his enemy. Game recognizes game. Like, for example, if someone's a political rival, he won't do it in public situations, but in private situations, he'll acknowledge the skill in which his political rival outmaneuvered him. Or it's like, you respect the game. And if there's a business rival, you won't be friends or enemies with him. He will be your enemy. You don't hate him. You just have contrary interests. So male relationships are very different from female relationships. And I've noticed, me personally, like my relationships, my spouse would say that I don't have friends, mainly because my relationships with my male friends in my life are very surface level. Having friends, I feel like friends are good to keep around, but you don't have to tell everything. You don't have to like share your secrets and like do all that, because if you do all that, you create vulnerability. And I don't like creating lines of vulnerability around myself. I'm only vulnerable around my wife and my brother. That's about it. But that doesn't mean, anyways, that's another matter. Anyways, what does it mean to be a friend? People have different definitions, and people have different aspects of what is a friend and an enemy. What is a friend? What is an acquaintance? What is colleague? Why do all these words stick, and why are there different gradations of these? Friendship is complicated, and no two relationships are the same. You may have a relationship with your brother or sister, your close friend from work, or your close friend from high school. I'm still friends with some people from high school. I'm still friends with some people from college. I mean, I don't call them every day, but I have relationships with them. And understanding the friend distinction is fundamental to understanding human relationships. It's fundamental to understanding power dynamics, because that's another tangent I can get down. Power dynamics between friendships are complex, because sometimes one friend is richer, or friend is poorer, or one friend is more socially popular, and one friend is less, or one friend is famous and the other friend isn't. And that can cause complications and resentment. And understanding this is essential, because you have to learn where everyone's at, and you have to put yourself in other people's shoes. How would I want to be treated if I was in this position? And that may not get you the answer 100% of the time. In fact, people are so different that you doing something to someone and they may like it, and you do the same thing to another person and they hate it. Because people are different, relationships are so complex that you can't really take advice from a person when it comes to relationships. Because with relationships, they're so complex, they're so multifaceted, and people have different preferences for things, that the only universal thing that someone will understand is that maybe you shouldn't kill the person you are in a friendship. And that's the only thing. Some people might want you to lie to them because they don't want you to tell them the truth about something. Or some people would want you to tell the truth all the time to them. They'd rather you be honest and wrong than, put up a fake facade. Some people want a fake facade and have everything be happy go lucky. And all of these things you have to understand and you have to peel through and get to the bottom of it, because human relationships are so complex that books have been written about it, but no one has found the answer. The closest answer is the golden rule: tit for tat. Do unto others as they would do unto you. You would have them do unto you. And then if someone does something wrong, you punish them, but you forgive them later. So that's all that I have. And I hope this is helpful. Thank you.